All right, good day, everybody. Hope everybody had a great 3-day weekend. For those of you that are full-time traders, had a day off yesterday, Monday. So it is Tuesday evening as you're watching this video from me. And let's just go through the Sso Trade. Remember, we were along here, 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 and here. And when we closed above that 58 right on this day, right here on the 12th, we got out of half of the position right there. Okay, so we made a little money on this position, made money on this position. Remember, we did a third, and third, so we were down overall when we exited half. But what we did was we kept the remainder of the position on. And what I told you on Friday was we would exit on a penetration down through Friday's low. Friday's low on SSO was 112.72. So we're looking, since it's over $100 ETF, we're looking at 20 cents below that. So 112.49.48 is where we want to exit that, right? Well, look at where the market opened up today, 112.46. So I simply put in a limit to exit at 48. So I'm out of this position 100%. So actually, when you tally it all up, this was a winning trade, even though our first position in was on the close of February 2nd, right before the the big, huge downdraft. Okay, second position was right there, and the third one was right on the 8th, which is actually a beautiful entry on that third. All right, let's take a look at a trade that we had setting up a couple days ago, Thursday, but never executed. Remember, we got an inside vertical bar here, right? The market never took out that high. Instead, Friday, we had a lower high and a lower low, right? And then look at today. We have an inside bar. Granted, the open and close are in the bottom quarter, so that's bearish sign, but this is what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to buy this if the market's able to penetrate through the high of that inside pattern. So that high, the high of Tuesday, the 20th, is 29.17. And since the stock is under $100, I'm only looking for a 10-cent penetration through the high. So 10 cents up from 29.17 is 29.27 is where I'm looking to buy it. As long as we don't gap up through it, which I doubt we will because we closed at 28.01 actually. I like the reading of the RSI. I like how we've really come down in price here. Okay, we were oversold for a while here as we were dropping. We bounced up just a little bit. Now we're starting to flatline again under 10, and so we're not buying it down in here, right? Like we typically do when we have an oversold RSI under 10, the 2-bar, right? Remember, we're using a 2-bar. We're looking for the market to penetrate up through that high. Okay, so again, 29.27 is where I'd be looking to buy this market. Let's take a look at BG. Remember, we bought this as the market penetrated up through the high of the inside vertical bar at 77.54, right? To 64. Market ran up a little over 2 points, 220 to the upside, and then right back down. So, like I told you on Friday, we took some profits here, and the remaining is just past break even. So remember, we entered right in here. So the break even was slightly above break even. Okay, it's just a slight 10-20 cents above break even. So as soon as my first profit target is hit, I'm not going to lose anything on the second half or the last third of my position. I'll lock in a little bit. Okay, so this one, we are out of the remaining portion of that position. So now I want to look at the indexes and look at what happened today and talk about plan of action moving forward. All right, let's look at the E-mini futures contract, which is basically the SSO, the S&P 500, right? So basically, we ran up, and if you measure your fibs from high down to this low, you're talking the market went up to the 61.2% retracement, which is a major fib number, and now we're coming down off it. So interesting, right? Came up to that last average, had a significant rally from the low that was put in place on the 9th of February. I mean, a huge rally. I mean, in the futures, look at 25.30 up to 27.54, 224 S&P points from low to high. That's a big move. That's roughly about 2,000 Dow points in the matter of literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 days, right? I mean, we had a huge intraday reversal here on this bottom bar that, by the way, nailed that 200 moving average, and so it'll be very interesting to see how far we're able to back and fill before moving higher, okay? Now, the big question, of course, is do we come back down and try to retest this low? And if we do, we could go a lot lower. Now, remember, this low was roughly about a 10% overall market correction, okay? So, I don't know, is this a dead cat bounce? Do we come back down? Do we back and fill just a little bit and then try to run back up? It's anyone's game. So we look at the E-minis. Let's look at what the Russell. Okay, Russell, very similar. The small caps made a lower high and a lower low, just like, right, the SPY and the SSO and the E-minis, which are the same, right? And we've got the Dow, same thing, lower high, lower low. And if for some reason I'm having trouble with my NASDAQ, I can't even look at a weekly there on a chart, so it doesn't make sense. Let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil may have had that bounce as well. Let's look at interest rate futures. Interest rate futures, interesting. We'll see. We'll see if we're able to move higher from here. Let's go back just a little bit and take a look. Not quite testing these lows yet. Getting oversold. All right. So again, back to our trade setup for tomorrow. TRUP. This would have to rally up through 29.17 to 29.27 before I would buy long. Now, of course, you could buy options as well. Have a great evening. Let's take a look at Twitter. Again, Twitter is, I don't know, we're going to catch up to the other technology stocks. I don't know. Looks like we've broken out and we're heading higher. So, again, I am long this stock from, what, 1640, I believe. So, have a good double on this one. So, we start filling this gap in here. I'll be taking some profits off the table. But not until then. I'm going to give this some time. Have a great evening.